Yes, from the movement of granulocytes by amoeboid movement, we can now look at the mode of action. How do they function? They protect the body, yes, but how do they achieve their purpose in the body? Now, the mode of action of granulocytes is through engulfing. They engulf the pathogens. How do they engulf the pathogens? How do they engulf the pathogens? So let us say that this is the pathogen. This is the pathogen. This is causing organism. And this is the white, the granulocytes. Granulocytes. So the granulocyte will move by amoeboid movement towards this granulocyte, towards this pathogen. After that, it will behave like what? It will behave like amoeba. It will form pseudopodia. And then it will engulf, swallow the pathogen. After swallowing the pathogen, the microorganism then, through the process of phagocytosis, that is engulfing, then destroying, they will digest the pathogen and destroy it. And through that, they protect the body. So they then digest the microorganism and destroy it completely. So we have different types of granulocytes. The first type of granulocyte is the one that we have here. This one is called Neutrophilis. So the first type is the Neutrophilis. Now, what is the unique feature of Neutrophilis? The unique feature of Neutrophilis is that they have nucleus with 2 or 3 lobes. So the nucleus can have 2 or 3. 1, 2, 3. 3-lobed nucleus. It is not a solid nucleus, but it has lobes. 3-lobed nucleus. That's one. And they normally kill bacteria that invades the body. So these ones, they kill the bacteria that invades the body of the organism. The second type is the Eoxinophils. The Eoxinophils normally have 2-lobed nucleus. 1, 2. 2-lobed nucleus. Eoxinophils. That is Eoxinophils having 2-lobed nucleus. And how do they function? These ones normally release secretions which are called antitoxins. Remember, toxin means poisonous. So when we talk of antitoxin, it is something which neutralizes the toxins, the poisons, the poisonous chemicals that are released by the pathogens. So these are the type of leukocytes that normally causes allergy. When maybe you eat something and which is allergic to your body, these are the white blood cells that release. They normally see whatever you have eaten or that substance which you have consumed as what? As a strange substance. They see it as a pathogen. Then they will release toxins. They will release antitoxins to counter the toxins, the allergens that causes the allergy. So like when dust gets into your nose and you are allergic to dust, what will happen? This Eoxinophils, these Eoxinophils will release secretions which act as antitoxins against the dust. So that reaction will cause an allergic response. We move on to the last type, basophils. Now we have the basophils. So basophils are also types of leukocytes, that is granulocytes, and basophils, they do not have a nucleus which has got distinct lobes. At the same time, their work is to secrete chemicals known as histamines. Now the histamines are those secretions which are released when we have foreign materials in the body and they cause inflammations. These inflammations normally are as a result of dilation of the blood vessels. The blood vessels widens due to the presence of histamines. The histamines are also responsible for allergic reactions in some. So these are just pictures of leukocytes so that you can know how they look like. You have the neutrophils. The neutrophils there. You can see 3-lobed nucleus. We have the eosinophils with 2-lobed nucleus, eosinophils. Then we have the basophils. The nucleus is lobed but not very distinct. So those are now the 3 of them. Neutrophils forms the large percentage of the white blood cells. We have the most common one, neutrophil, followed by the eosinophil, which forms around 1.5% of the total white blood cells. We have the basophils, which are the minority. That is, they only form 0.5%. So we are through with the granulocytes, meaning those that have granules in their cytoplasm. Now we are looking at agranulocytes. They lack granules in their cytoplasm, so they do not have those round structures in there. And you can see agranulocytes are of 2 types. We have the monocytes, which only forms 4%, and then we have the lymphocytes. So agranulocytes, under agranulocytes we have monocytes, and the other one is lymphocytes. Lymphocytes, monocytes. So what are the types of agranulocytes? We have seen that we have monocytes and lymphocytes. Then monocytes, where are monocytes made? Monocytes are made in the bone marrow, just as the granulocytes. And their nucleus are also lobed. They move by amoeboid movement, and they act by engulfing and destroying or digesting the microorganisms. So next time when we meet, we look at the lymphocytes, which are the second type of agranulocyte. Thank you for watching, and let us meet in the Google Classroom, or if you have any problem on WhatsApp.